Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to be doing some exciting stuff. We're actually going to be starting on my renovation. All of the specs have been done, everything has been purchased, or as far as the wood has been purchased. So let's turn the camera around. I'll show you how it looks. It is not too glamorous, but I promise you it is going to look beautiful in time. So I do have my husband and my father-in-law that are going to be working on this today. I promise to show you, some little bits as we go along. So today the subfloor is going to go down, and hopefully in the next week, then we are going to start on the walls before all the pretty stuff goes in. So this is what my husband has created on here, everybody, before they start to do the subfloor. He's very clever with the computer. As everybody knows, if it was me, it would be a piece of paper and a pen. But anyway, it is looking super fantastic. So let's get the job done. So this is what it looks like. This is basically a shed. So it's just like a single car shed. So if you have something like this, of course, look, this does not look glamorous, I know, but don't worry about that, because this is going to have, some beautiful features to it. This horrible old door is going to come off. We're going to put a shop door, a window, and everything like that in. And for anyone wondering, we're doing this on a budget. So this is maybe going to be around the $5,000 to totally fix this. So here's the wood. These are the wood, and all the screws, a couple new tools and things that are needed to fix this area up. So like I said, it's roughly about, I'm going to say this is about 5 meters by, we'll say 2.5 meters wide. So it's nothing too big. It is, definitely a smaller area, but that's all I need for a little soap shop. So I will bring you back when it is looking a little bit more glamorous, and these walls, of course, are not going to be the main walls. We're actually making a frame to go around all the walls, so then we can plaster them, because if you think about this, this is a really old single car garage. So my house was made in 1947, so it's really old. So this has had generations come through here, and some people have spray painted, put things on the wall and so on. So we need to patch quite a few things up, put some new lights, lots of amazing things. And I'll show you the ceiling. It's a very old ceiling. My son has retiled above the top, and of course on the roof here, this is going to have a full new ceiling, and it does need to have quite a few bits of work to be done. So it does need some more wood going on there just to secure the roof and make sure everything's looking beautiful. Anyway, like I said, I will bring you back. So I thought I would show you, this is the front of my property, and let's just go in. So this is where the shop is going to be. You walk along these beautiful trees that we planted a few years ago. Now this is all of the rubbish, the broken tiles, everything that we've had to already do. We will need to get a big skip bin to get rid of those. And inside here, this is going to be pink and beautiful. So when you see it when it's finished, you are going to be really shocked with the absolute transformation, because as you can see, it's it's old, it's worn down, but it's still good. If you can see the bones in something, you'll be able to see how amazing something's going to look at the end. So I promise you it's going to look beautiful. So anyway, like I said, let's get going, and I will bring you back when some of the flooring's been done. So now, while everything's happening inside, I'm taking my daughter Pearl to work. She works at a kitchen store down in our local area. So let's get going. I'll take her to work, and then I'll come back to see what my husband and my father-in-law are up to. Good morning, everybody. It is a lovely Monday morning, and of course I need to have my morning coffee. So I thought, look, let's just take you along. As we know, yesterday it's been super duper busy yesterday, because we did end up doing a lot of the subflooring in the shed, I guess, which is going to be the shop. So we did do a lot of that. It ended up taking about 8.5 hours because we had to level off the floor. If any of you have seen a lot of garden sheds, or garages, they run on a bit of an angle. So we needed to bring the floor up several inches in some parts just to make it even. So tonight after work, because my husband does have to go to a normal job now because it is Monday, of course, you know, he's going to come after work and finish off the last 2 planks of that, and then of course we can have the yellow tongue go over the top, and that's what's going to be the flat floor before the actual flooring panels go on. I haven't decided what kind of flooring I'm going to have on there, so I am going to go off, have my breakfast this morning. I often do have blueberries and yogurt, and I've also got these oh, I don't know what they are. They're kind of like a little bit of muesli, so I usually pop that on the top. So I thought, look, I'll go and do this, and then I do have to try and go onto my computer. I'll go onto Patreon. I need to do a post today, so I will be doing a bit of a post about what I'm up to so far. So anyway, that's what's going to happen, and then hopefully by the end of this week, all of the flooring will be done in there, and then we will also be started on the walls in there. But I promised to show you, and I'm going to go out there a bit after today and show you the process of what we're up to on this stage. So anyway, let's get going. Now, it is still the same day. It is the afternoon, and I feel like I have so many things to do. I have actually mixed up some new fragrance. So this is for my pink and pink one, and lots of you do know that I actually make my own fragrances, but that's what I've done today. Oh, I've also made a couple extra things that I thought I'd show you why I'm here. So these actually go, these are wax. These actually go on some of my new candles. So I have some beautiful black candles that are curing. So I've just made the jars, so the actual candle will be white, but the jars are like a black kind of terrazzo sort of look, and then these are going on them. So this is going to be a gorgeous kind of licorice cherry scent, which is absolutely beautiful. Then I have my lavender, so this will be for the lavender one as well. And now I've got these jars that I've been making. So this is basically how I make my jars, for anyone that doesn't know. And this is the silicone mold. So I actually buy it from a company called Lee Molds. And then if we just quickly undo this, you'll be able to see underneath here. It's a little bit hard the way I'm holding the, you know, the product. But anyway, that's what it looks like. If you can kind of see my label, these are custom made for me. So it does have all my symbol. And that's going to be for my gorgeous sugar cookie ones, because I've been asked for sugar cookie a lot. And while we're in this back room, I'm going to show you my new colors for, you know, the studio, sorry, not the studio, the shop. So I think I've decided on these colors. Let me know what you think. The brighter one is going to be half strength on the door, and the other lolly pink behind it, which is kind of a petal lolly pink, that's actually going to be on the walls. So far, that's my thought on how that's going to work. So what's it called? One of them's called Lauren's Lullaby. I've always loved that. And then the top one is called Pink Gin. So anyway, that is my thought for the walls at the new shop. But we have lots to do before we get there. But I forgot to show all of you my soap being finished in the last video. I only just realized today, after I read many messages of people can't wait to see the cut, and I thought, I'm sure I showed you, but anyway, I didn't. So let's go into the studio. I will actually show you a little bit about that so you can see what it looks like. So here is my soap, everyone. Not too beautiful, I know, but you know, these things happen, don't they? It's just the way it is. My soap that I did my last video is definitely a fail. I mean, you can see all the air bubbles in that. If you can kind of see the gaps, that's sometimes what happens. There was a couple of them that weren't so bad, so I may end up keeping these for myself. These ones will not be on the shelf. I don't feel that they're pretty enough, but I'm sure somebody wouldn't mind. I mean, I think I ended up getting one that was pretty all right, if you can kind of see that. But it will definitely darken. The red will darken a little bit because there is a tiny bit of vanilla in the cherry fragrance that I used. But anyway, I do feel like it was maybe the licorice and the combination of the black cherry sorbet that I used. So I think it's a combination of both, but I did notice once the black cherry went in, that's when it went a little bit more crazy. So anyway, that's what I'm doing for that. And I'll give you a bit of a sneak peek what I'm actually doing at the moment with some of my sweet little Christmas things that I'm up to. So let me just flip the camera around a tiny bit and I'll show you. So now on here, you'll be able to see these are actually my little gingerbread men. Aren't they adorable? So I've actually sprinkled the mold with a bit of glitter first, and I am actually going to also give these a bit of a glaze. They're so darling, and these little ones here are going to, so I'll actually use a special drill that I have to drill a hole where his head is, and then I'll actually put some ribbon from it so that these can actually be hung on a Christmas tree if they want to. They're really sweet little ornaments. I think they're going to be a part of one of my sort of the web banner for my web, my website, just for Christmas this year. But yeah, so that's what I've done. I've made these in many colors before, but I just thought the brand was kind of a little bit more gingerbread like rather than everything being pink. But I also do have some of these in a pink, so that's what's going to be on my site. But there's sort of some cute things that you can do, and if I have leftover colors when I'm making something, like this one is a bit of a terrazzo, so you can see those darker specks in the black. So this one I'll have to scrub him down a little bit, but it was just an extra. And in my shop, those are the kind of things I'm going to sell. Maybe I'll sell some extra things like that. I definitely can't put everything on my site. I just don't have the room to put them on my site. I will also have some of my new bath salts, so I'm a bit excited about that, which is something a little bit exciting, isn't it? So these are the bath salts. Lots of you probably seen me make these before, but I really don't have that many. So I'm thinking I'm going to start to make some things that are only just limited, because it's great if I can show everyone on YouTube, and then it's just a limited product that I have for somebody to buy. So anyway, that's what I'm up to at the moment. So I've got those ones, but I definitely need to get back onto my computer because I have some really fun things I'm doing. I'm going to be getting some boxes made. I'm super excited to start that process. So the first boxes we are going to get will be for our body butters. So that's a bit exciting, isn't it? And they are going to look super duper darling once they are all done and looking gorgeous. So these are what they look like now. But I do have a box that each one of them is going to be in a box. All the boxes are actually going to be the same, because if I actually got the boxes made with this pattern on and then every other pattern that I'm using for the fragrance, it was going to cost me like 3 times the amount, and obviously I need to add that price onto the product. So, and I just didn't want to charge people more money. So this way I can definitely put the box product into the prices, and I don't need to make the price go up or anything. So that's why I decided to do it that way. But I promise to show you once the boxes come. They probably won't come, I wouldn't think, until maybe the end of December, maybe even January, because of Christmas time, I'm not sure. But anyway, I promise to show that as we go along. All right, everyone, we are out in the back room now. Of course, this is going to be the shop. So if you can see, this is actually the subflooring. And if I get nice and close, you'll be able to see that everything like this had to be drilled in the floor. And there are little pieces underneath every rail, if you can see. And the reason for that is we have to level it as we go along. So, of course, it is not finished. My husband and my father-in-law got very, very tired. And my little puppy is deciding to come in here, and she wants to actually have a little look in here. She's an absolute little sticky beak, and she knows things have changed, so she just wants to come in here and have a little sneaky peek around. So she is very old, but she's absolutely darling. Her name is Peaches. She is my little fur baby, so she does follow me everywhere. But anyway, like I said, for here we are done with this just for the moment. Over this week we will finish off these. The subflooring will go on, and then the floor is totally done. So that's very, very exciting, isn't it? So we've done this bit in here, and of course the walls will be done after the floor. So once we get all that in, then the next stage is doing all the walls, then removing the garage door. That's going to be removed, and that's going to have a door in there, window, and making it beautiful. And of course then it needs to have a ceiling, so lots and lots of work to happen before then, isn't there? But anyway, I will go back inside because it has been a rainy day, and as I said, I promise to update you as we go along. As you can see, there's lots and lots of timber here, and if I swing around to this side, there's lots of tools and timber and so on. All of this is going to be the walls happening over this week, hopefully, or next week. And once this is done, once the main bit of this is done, then it's literally just the plaster and so on, and it's not as much work, but the most amount of work is definitely the flooring, the walls, just getting the framework actually up. But once that's done, then everything's looking exciting, isn't it? So, and I promise to show you as we go along. So I hope you have loved this video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do, because more than half of you have not subscribed that do watch my videos regularly, and it would so help me on YouTube, and I really do appreciate it. So for now, I will sign off, my lovelies, and I will be back in a few days' time.